Hi, everyone. Welcome to Your Disabled Joy. My name is Nico and I use he, him pronouns. I'm a white man with parted blonde hair, a large black headset, large blue and brown spectacles, and a white, orange, and blue checkered dress shirt. I'm seated in front of a blurred out background. And like about 25% of the US population, I'm disabled. Non-disabled people might see our lives as tragic, sad, pitiful, but I don't know, guys. I've been disabled a pretty long time, and I think there's also room for disabled joy. Our disabled community has as many members as it has opinions, which is why I've asked my friend Victoria here with me today to talk about disabled joy. Hi, Victoria. Thanks for joining.
Hello, glad to be here. My name is Victoria Wheeler. My pronouns are she, her. I am sitting at my kitchen table with a not blurred out background, but you can see paintings and maybe the ceiling fans. I am wearing a black shirt and gray pants and have teal spectacles. I love the word spectacles. Let's see, my hair is blonde. I am white. Anything else missing that you would include? Oh, I'm seated in a wheelchair that you probably cannot see. But
Fantastic. Thank you, Victoria. Can you share a joyful memory with me? It could have to do with your disability or your disabled experiences, or it could be totally separate. Both are valid.
this is good to know because I am having trouble thinking of a recent memory that is joyful. It has specifically to do with my disability, but one more recent memory that has nothing really to do with my disability is this past weekend. My partner and I went out to babysit our niece and nephew, my friend's kids, for only the second time, and we haven't babysat since she was about 1, and now she's about 4. So she's a whole person. She's a lot of fun. Um, and I'm happy to know that me and her mom cannot in fact be best friends because me and her are best friends. And everyone knows that you can't have more than one best friend. So she is very affectionate towards me and very possessive of me. And it makes me feel really good and loved and valued. And she can kind of see past my disability, which is nice.
That's fantastic. I'm so glad that you got to do that, and that you get to kind of meet this person again as they age from being a baby to a whole person. Just imagine until they get into the double digits. Wow. I know, right? Time makes
I'm not ready.
fools of us all. Fantastic. Thank you, my friend. How has your disability impacted how you pursue joy or pursue your own happiness? I think you kind of alluded to it in your first answer.
Well, I like to tell people, and this strikes some people as strange, that I think the pursuit of happiness is kind of ridiculous. It's a very difficult thing to do. True joy is like a more lasting thing, a more like I don't know, it's deeper than happiness. So I strive for that. And I think for a lot of us disabled folks, like disabled joy is rooted mostly in the acceptance of our disability and like the pride that we have in being disabled and that it's okay to be disabled. And like you said, not tragic and not always sad and not always pitiful. So yeah.
Fantastic, thank you. I've actually done a lot of these interviews now, and you're probably the first person I've chatted with to draw that distinction between happiness and joy, which you say is like more long lasting or perhaps more of an underlying thing.
Yeah.
Valid. I see you in that, definitely. Cool. Thank you so much. So, Victoria, I know from our pre-existing friendship that you've been disabled a while now, which might make this question very difficult. What one thing do you want everyone else to know about disabled life and disabled quality of life?
I posted this on Facebook a few weeks ago, that disability and intelligence are not mutually exclusive. Like you can be, in fact, both disabled and highly intelligent. And just because you are an intelligent person doesn't really negate your need for support of your disabilities, like accommodations. I feel like a lot of people in my life, especially the older ones, the adultier adults, as I like to um, say, "Oh, she's so smart," and like, you know, kind of see me as like, as long as you're smart, as long as you can read and write, and oh my gosh, you're bilingual, like, you should have no other problems in life. Everything should be just easy peasy as long as you get good grades and have a job. And that's not always true, not always the case. Um, like I will need a caregiver my entire life, whether it be a parent, a partner, or somebody that's hired, like, and just because I have a job doesn't necessarily mean that they will fund that care, things like that. I will be working to take care of myself and advocate for myself the rest of my life. And me being above average intelligence doesn't necessarily make that easier or untrue.
I think that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. It's it's curious to me, I guess, that you've got people in your life who might be of the mindset that if you're intelligent and you're intelligent enough, that you shouldn't have any other difficulties in life. Like you're not gonna
At
just
least,
think your genes to get, corrected. You're not gonna think yourself to walk or regrow a limb that you lost.
yeah.
It's odd.
And like I always try to talk about this without going on a rant, but I always feel like I'm rambling in the end. I don't know.
Uh, well, ramble to me
Yeah.
anytime. All right, old friend. My last planned question is one that I ask all my interviewees, regardless of project. Is there a recent win that you're celebrating that you want to share with us so that we can celebrate along with you? Or, barring that, is there cool projects that you're doing? Anything you want to brag about? If you're open to like connecting with others, where can people find you online? This is
For
your
sure.
chance to be your own cheerleader, to really advocate for yourself. So, go ahead and brag.
Yeah, I'm in a group coaching. Um, I guess I have sessions of like bi-weekly, once every 2 weeks, with all kinds of people, like people in similar life situations, like from around the country. Actually, through a DLC opportunity, which was cool. And I told my group coaching people that I had my first ever job interview like a couple weeks ago. I was very nervous about it. I think it went well enough. I did not get the job, but I was able to like kind of navigate through that disappointment. And like, I don't know, I'm very sensitive to rejection. So like that, it was kind of a big deal for me, but as long as I could like work through it and be like, oh, it was just practice for the next time. So it motivated me to, keep interviewing for jobs. Like once I got over that hurdle of like, oh my gosh, it's so scary. Like, what if I don't have the right answer? Like once I got past that, everything was fine. So first ever job interview, got to babysit my niece. Anything else? I don't know. Generally speaking, like I'm getting back into physical therapy, which I think will help my body as well as my brain.
Fantastic. These
Those
are
are
all wonderful wins. Victoria, thank you so much for joining me, and I'm wishing you all the best in the future.
Thank you.
Of course, audience, tune in next time, and remember, I'm rooting for you.